Hello, my name is Devin Clark. I'm a human resources business partner at Emerson Automation Solutions, specifically our power and water solutions business. And I'm here to talk to you today about essential networking skills. Let's first start off by talking about what is networking. Networking is an intentional activity to establish, grow, and maintain relevant relationships with others to pursue personal and professional development goals. There are a ton of different ways to network, but there are going to be some upcoming opportunities available to you, such as career fairs. Career fairs are a great way to network and gather information about companies that interest you. They're also a really great way to practice your networking skills. The purpose of networking may mean a lot of different things to different people. Always be sure to identify your reason for wanting to network. So let's dive into some reasons as to why somebody would want to network. I think there's often this misconception that you only want to network when you're looking for a new or different opportunity. And while that's certainly a reason to network, there are a multitude of other reasons why someone would want to go out and network with other colleagues and professionals, such as to find different opportunities, but to also get fresh ideas and different perspectives, to advance your career, to grow a deeper understanding of your current existing skill set, to meet prospective mentors, to gain visibility to resources that will help you develop, and also a really great way to gain inspiration from what others have accomplished. So you're definitely going to want to establish your reason for wanting to network. Let's dive into how to network. Networking is best done intentionally and not intuitively. People who network effectively always follow a 7-step process. The best way to think of these as networking disciplines rather than steps. So we're going to think of kind of 3 categories: pre-work, networking, and maintenance. Starting with step 1, determine your purpose, your why. What are you looking to get from networking? Determine the persons, your who can help you achieve your why. Once you've established your why and your who, you're going to establish the success criteria for your networking efforts, the win. Step 4, ideate and implement the tactics for how you will network, the how. So you really want to focus your pre-work on identifying your why, your who, your when, and your how. You're going to then conduct your networking meeting or event. Following that, you go into the maintenance stage. So you're going to follow up on whatever meeting or networking events you attended, and you're also going to maintain a journal of who you met, what you learned, how they helped you, and any actions you plan to take. Let's dive into the first 3 networking disciplines in a little bit more detail, determining the why, the who, and the when. Starting with step 1, determining the why, the purpose. Think about how you will communicate your reason for wanting to network with others, because people are always more willing to network with you when you're upfront and intentional about your motives and what you're asking of them. Moving into step 2, determine the persons, the who are going to help you accomplish your why. Some things to consider as you start to think about this: who can help you? Why might they be the best qualified to help you? How do you know this person? Or how have I learned about them? And who are the people I already know whom I can network with? Then moving into step 3, establish the success, the win. Brainstorm a list of what a successful outcome of networking will be. My networking efforts will be successful for me when. Moving into step 4, 5, and 6. Step 4, you're going to ideate and implement the tactics, your how. So you're going to consider some of the following questions. How will I initially approach this person? What will I ask of them to do for me? What will be the format? Be sure to be intentional, deliberate, and respectful of your time. What I mean by that is make sure you're being intentional and clear about the format, whether it's coffee, a career fair, networking, social hour, and also think through how you're going to approach this person and ultimately what are you going to ask of them. As I mentioned, step 5 of this process is conducting the networking event. Networking is conducted in a variety of styles. Career fairs, networking events, and intentional networking meetings are all great ways to build your network and help fulfill your why. Step 6, follow up. Following up after any networking is almost more important than the interaction itself. Take 15 minutes to reflect, evaluate yourself, send a thank you via email immediately thanking the person for their time, and send a handwritten thank you note. Mention in the note the specific benefit you gained from the interaction or meeting. Lastly, but certainly not least, you're always going to maintain. Always maintain a journal of who you met, what you learned, how they helped you, and any actions you're planning on taking. Networking is about building relationships, but it's equally important to maintain the relationships we build through networking. So you're not only going to maintain a journal tracking your networking efforts, but you want to make sure you're being intentional about maintaining those relationships you built. So using social media to reach out, scheduling regular check-ins or touch points, showing your appreciation and gratitude, sharing your talents with your network, and planning small gatherings are all really great ways to maintain any relationships you build through networking efforts. So just to summarize, no one intuitively networks. You have to be intentional about it and you have to plan. Always do step 1 through 4 throughout your pre-work, determining your why, your who, your when, and your how. Once you've accomplished your pre-work, you're ready to hit the networking event. Conduct your networking meeting or event, but make sure you are timely in step 6 and 7 that follows your maintenance. Follow up with the meeting or event, maintain a journal of who you met, what you learned, how they helped you, and any actions you plan to take. And with that, that brings us to the end of today's presentation of Essential Networking Skills. I wish you all the best in this upcoming semester. I hope to see some of you in the upcoming career fairs here in September. I hope that you found something useful to use during today's presentation. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day.